Portland Observatory, is a really remarkable building that we're all really proud of.
The building was built in 1807 by a gentleman by the name of Lemuel Moody. He was born in 1767, went to sea as a youngster. He reached a point where he had his own ship and did his own sailing. But in 1807, he came back to Portland and retired, and that's when he realized the need for this type of a building.
It is a vestige of the golden age of sail, basically, when maritime signal towers like this existed in other port cities.
What the city needed was to be able to see approaching ships so that they didn't just arrive and then have to find berthing place, an unloading crew, talk to customs. It made a much more efficient port. Time is money. It was money in 1807 as well. At the time that this building was built, there was a company in England, the Dolland family, that built the best telescopes anywhere, and Moody ordered a Dolland telescope, which allows him to see 18.2 miles out to sea. That then he could see the ship approaching, he could see the company flag flying on top of the mast, and that's how the flags came into it. He had 2 flagpoles up at the top, and he would use those flagpoles to, one, put a flag up for the company that owned the ship, and then he had also a set of flags that would indicate the type of ship it was. During World War II, the city had nets across the harbor. They could keep the submarines out, but you can't keep the planes from flying. You had to have somebody on the lookout for enemy planes. And so they had volunteers who sat up there with binoculars, and they didn't have a way to communicate with people at City Hall where the headquarters was. So they had Boy Scouts with bicycles. When he had a message to send down to City Hall, just give it to the boy on his bicycle. He'd go down, deliver the message, and come back up with another message. If you look at a model of this building, underneath, first floor, there's just a wooden framework and tons of granite rock. It's basically helping to keep the building steady, and it's worked for over 200 years. When Moody died in the 1840s, his son took over, and then his son's daughter, Ellen, her married name was York. The descendants of Lemuel Moody today are members of the York family.
The tower remained in use until other technology made it more obsolete. Ultimately, the family gave the building to the city of Portland. The two-way radio replaced it, and other means of communication over the years obviously made the role change. In 1982, the relationship between Greater Portland Landmarks and the Observatory was established, and still is the same today. The city owns the building, and Landmarks operates it as a museum.
This building is especially important because it really brings home the fact that Portland is now and always was an important maritime place.
This happens to be the only one remaining in the United States.